why you should buy rental property. So first of all, there would be several reasons. First of all, it is the best way to create long-term wealth, generational wealth, as we like to say, assets that you can pass down to your children. One of my favorite stories is someone who bought a property, and on the 18th birthday of her 3 kids, she gave them a rental property. She worked for years to pay it off and gave it to them as a 18th birthday gift, and now they own a property with cash flow and equity. It was really cool. So generational is certainly a primary reason, if not the most. You're going to cash flow as well along the way, which is great. It can be supplemental and residual income and recurring revenue, all that good stuff. So, but if you think about this, I watched a video just a second ago about how banks are foreclosing more properties and how they're learning that when they keep them, they're worth a lot more down the road, and now banks are foreclosing them, selling them at a profit. All of those things have panned out to be very true. But what's interesting is back in 2008, we were at the very bottom. It was the worst recession since the Great Depression, and market values had tanked. I mean, it was really a bloodbath, and I lost my shirt. In fact, I thought I was smarter than the average bear and quickly learned that I wasn't. And so it was a very tough time. But there was a hedge fund up in New York, Blackstone Group, and these are the smartest guys in the room, by the way. These are the quants, the PhDs. These are guys that are smarter than me by a long shot, and they realized that single-family homes could be an asset class, which means not just buying a home and managing it and cash flowing and building long-term equity in the property, long-term wealth, but you could actually start a fund and buy a bunch of these houses and do it as an asset class. So they actually created their own asset class, single-family homes, and now there are hedge funds that are buying all over the country. So if the smartest guys in the room are buying, recognizing that as an asset, real estate is always going to be worth more over the long term, even if it's not a straight line, even if it dips and there's some value discrepancies. It's going to be worth a lot more in 5 years than it is today, and a lot more in 10 years. You're going to cash flow along the way. It can be generational. There's every reason in the world to buy rental properties. And when you look at the guys that are a lot smarter doing it, creating a whole asset class that people can invest in as a stock, as a fund, and they've had amazing returns. By the way, that when they bought in 2008 at the very bottom, it may double, triple over the next 10 years as far as values are concerned. Warren Buffett famously said, when everybody is running away from something, that's when you should be running to. These guys were running to these properties that were at distressed prices, bottom of the barrel pricing, and ultimately scooped them up and stabilized them, rented them out, got them fixed up, and then over the next 10 years made a killing. No reason you shouldn't do the same.